Okay, welcome everyone. So in this video, I will show you how to run the model. So now that we have installed the model correctly and we want to run it, so as I said in the previous video, you need to navigate to where the model has been installed in your machine. This is the first way to run it. I will show you two ways to run the model. So the first one is to change the directory where the model has been installed. And we saw in the last video how to show this is by typing pip show InfraFair. So, and then you copy the path. This is the path, and then you change it. So, and to run it, you just type Python infrafair.py. And then you will see that the first thing that the model asks you is the directory where you want, where you have your case study located. So now, before giving the input, I will tell you what kind of files that the model will require. So we will see that you will see that in the documentation website, there are a couple of examples. So here we have two examples for the electricity network, and then we have also two examples for the gas network, and then we have one example for the heat network. So this is a national network, and then for the gas, we have a national one and then a regional one between the European countries, also for the electricity. So in this video, to make things simple, we will go with the first example, the simple electricity example. This is the schemes of the electrical network that include different countries shown here in rectangles with the letters, and this is the expected result that you should get. However, first of all, we need to download the data of this case study, and you can download it here. So if you click here, it will direct you to where the GitHub and where the examples can be found in the GitHub. So there is two files that InfraFair requires. The first one, this one is related to the network topology, where you have all your network. And then the second one is related to the specific configuration that InfraFair requires you to specify in order to determine what kind of methodology or what kind of result that you need to export. So first of all, we need to download them. So you click on the first one and you click here to download, and then you go back and you download the second one. So it will be downloaded in the download file. So these are the two files. So let's open them to see what kind of files that are, what kind of template that is required by the model. So in the first file that has the network configuration, you need to have three tabs, and they should have the same exact name. So the first tab is the flow tab, the second tab is the network tab, and the third one is the asset tab. Then in the flow tab, you need to have columns like these with the same name. The first one indicates the lines or the assets. Then the second one indicates the flows for each asset. And then you need to specify the snapshot. Here, this is the first snapshot. So that's why it's SN1. If you have multiple snapshot, then you have multiple rows that has the name flow SN1, then flow SN2, flow NS3, according to the number of snapshot. And then you notice that the lines need to be numeric, and there is a dash in between specifying that this line connect node 1 to node 2. And this is the flow. If it is negative, that means the direction of flow goes from 2 to 1. If it is positive, that means it goes according to the order that the nodes appear from 3 to 4. If it is negative, as I said, it's the opposite. Then in the network, you have this column that specify all of the nodes in the network and the amount of generation and demand within each node, and then the country that this node belongs to. In the asset attribute, you have, again, all of the lines that that you see in the flow tab, they should be exactly the same. And then you have the reactants, and then you can specify the area, you can specify the type, and this type here is a code to show if it is, for instance, transmission line, or if it is two-winding transformer or a breaker. So you can represent any asset in the network that can contain a flow. So this is the breakers, the phase shifting transformer, two-winding transformer, three-winding transformer. So you can model different elements in the network that you want to allocate the cost of the use of these elements. So this is just a simple example, so it doesn't have all of the other columns. If you want to see what kind of other information that you can input here, you can always refer to the more complex example, the regional case study of the European Union, and you can also go back to the journal paper. So now that we know what is inside the network configuration file, in the InfraFair control input, as I said, you specify different configuration and different flags that enables how much of result you want to export, how much you want to keep it as internal. And here you can find different inputs that you need to fill in. These are mandatory. And here you can find the description of the different of these different variables and what is the allowable value that you need to insert here. So you don't need to change this or this, but you need to change this here, and you need to change the values. And you should read the description to see what are the allowable values. So I will not go through this. So the description should be self-explanatory. So you can go through it after the video. But most importantly here, you need to specify the number of snapshot and the weight to each snapshot. So if you are including more than one snapshot, so you need to tell the model that this is here, you need that the model need to process more than one snapshot. So how do we run this? So now we have the case study located here. So first of all, we need to specify where we have our case study. So we have it in this directory. So we copy the directory, we insert it here, and then we specify the name of the case study. In this case, this is the name of the file that contains the network configuration, and you need to enter it without the extension. So just simple example without the .xlsx. So like this. And then you enter the name of the input, the control input. In this case, if you click enter, by default, it will search to this. It will search for this name. So because I didn't change the file name, I will just click enter. Oops. Yes. So once you click enter, you will see that the model is running. And because this is the most simple and basic case study, it has just a few nodes and a few assets, and it has only one snapshot. So it runs fairly quick. So it doesn't take any time. And then you will see that the message that cost has been fairly allocated. It's just a sort of a catchy statement to tell you that the model has finished. And you will see the output in the same directory. So you will see it here in the overall result. So you will see different sort of files that indicate different kind of results. So first of all, you can see the result aggregated by country. You can see country demand, or you can see country generation. You can see the result per asset or per group of asset. Most notably is the group of assets belonging to the country. So for instance, if I open this, you will see that how much each country is using of the network of other country. So this is here the group of agents within this country, and they are using, for instance, their own network, but they are using also the network of country E. Similarly to country E, it is using the network of country B, and then it uses its own network. And that's how you see, for instance, the flow. If you have entered the cost within the asset attribute, it would have given you similar table, but the figures would indicate the cost that each country should pay to the other country. So in order to do this, you need to have the cost and the capacity of the line given within the asset attribute. So here, you need to provide the capacity of this line, and you need to provide the cost so that it can tell if this asset is used, for instance, 50% of the capacity, it will assign half of the cost to those who are using this asset. Okay. So this is the first way to run the model. The second way to run the model is simply if you have a script and you want to run the model as a function. So you don't need to be here in this directory. You can run it from anywhere. So you can you can do this from any script located in your machine. So let's remove this and let's quickly create a simple script. So let's call it example. I will use the notepad because I will assume not everyone has Visual Studio or anything. So this is for anyone to use. So you can guess how, if you want to use the model, you can simply type from InfraFair. This is the name of the package, and then dot InfraFair. This is the name of the model because you can have different model within the same package. Import InfraFair underscore run. So this is the main function to run InfraFair. Once you import it, you can just simply call it, and then you pass the three input that we have entered here. This input, you will just simply pass them to this function, because we will have this script in the same directory here where we have our case study. We will not pass any directory information because by default it will search for the case study within the directory where you have the code. Okay, so we leave it as it is, and then we copy the name of the case study. This is our second input, and then we copy the name of the control variables, of the control input file, and then we save it. We close it, and then we just need to change the extension because this is just the text, and we want to have it a Python script. We just change the extension to .py, and we say yes. And then simply, in order to run this, we go to the directory. We change the directory. Now we are in the download, and then simply we run our script, Python example, and then nothing will show, and that's mean the model has been executed successfully, because you will not see this image because this is part of the main code, but now because we are just calling the function, we will have the result directly printed. As you can see here, this is the result, and you will see that it will be the same result. So this is how you can, this is two ways how you can run the model, and this is a simple way, by just running it either from the site where the model has been installed, or importing it within the script. So thank you very much for your attention.